Welcome, everyone. So my name is Giselle Wilson. I am the BBA career coach and the internship coordinator for the College of Business Career Center. Also on the call, we have the director, Brett Hobby, and he will be helping us with the Q&A that we have today. So in today's session, we are going to go over how to gain internships, kind of why they're important, and some other resources that we have available for you guys. If you have any questions, be sure to add them in the chat box. Add them in the Q&A box, and we will get to all of your questions at the end. Okay, again, my name is Giselle, career coach for the Career Center for the College of Business. So today's agenda, we're going to go over the internship program, as well as some resources that we have, and a little bit of information about gaining course credit for your internships. So first, why are internships so important? So internships, it allows you to gain exposure, definitely networking with your connections. And most importantly, a lot of our employers really expect for our students to have at least one internship under your belt. So you'll see a lot of job positions once you're ready to look for full-time positions that state either an internship as a required experience field, or maybe 1 to 2 years of experience. And really internships play that part to give you that experience. I always like to tell students it's a good way to try before you buy, right? You can go through and get an internship in an industry, maybe oil and gas, education, nonprofit, and just see if you like those types of industries, or even like that type of job that you would be doing in the internship. So for example, if you're an accounting major and you think that you're interested in tax, you can go through and do a tax internship. And maybe afterwards you'll be like, I'm not really into tax, I'm going to go another route. All of that is good information that you'll have when you go through and gain an internship. So we want to think about our planning timeline when we are looking at internships. It is ideal to start searching for internships at least 2 to 3 semesters before you want that internship to begin. The reason because is a lot of employers are posting 2 to 3 semesters before their internship starts. So you want to make sure that you're not missing out on any of those opportunities by making sure that you're doing your research well enough in advance. Now, if you are a senior, that's not to say it's too late, but you just need to get on the ball and get it rolling just to look at those internships and what's available. So to start your internship search, you definitely want to make sure that you're editing your resume and cover letter. We have a website called VMOC, and basically if you've never heard of VMOC before, it lets you update your resume. It gives you live feedback on what employers expect. It gives you corrections if there are any mistakes on your resume. So it's a good tool to use to make sure you have the best resume possible. Definitely attending career fairs, job fairs, any type of networking event that you can to learn about different opportunities. The Career Center, we have a career fair every semester where employers come on campus and basically recruit for interns and for full-time positions. So it's always a good time to find internships during that time. And you want to start networking with everyone you know. We have really good on-campus organizations that host different events that alumni come back and talk about their pathway and how they navigated their career, and just to give good insight. So you definitely want to network with the people that you know. And of course, you want to start researching about those opportunities. So if you have a certain company that you are interested in, or you know what type of field you want to go into, you definitely want to start researching that organization to see if they have any internship programs or any deadlines that you need to be aware of so you won't miss out on those opportunities. So this slide is just to show you how long the internship process can take, or the application process can take. So it can take several weeks or even months from you going to applying to your first day on that internship. So for this example, it is for just a company that I found, but for their internship cycle for the fall 2020, the applications opened up in the spring, so March, and then the application deadline was that 1st of June, which would be the summer. So this is a good example on how you need to start your internship process, and definitely researching ahead of time so you won't miss these deadlines. So let's talk about the College of Business Davies iProgram, and this is our internship program that we have within the College of Business. So basically the iProgram allows College of Business students to pursue an internship in their field of study. It gives students the necessary tools that they need to gain internships. So you'll have a career coach that will help you with your internship hunt. Your resume will also be marked as internship eligible, meaning when an employer contacts the Career Center, we might be sending your resume on your behalf, depending on the qualifications that the employer is looking for and the job or internship that the employer is looking to fill. You'll also have access to apply for internships on Gator Hired. So we have a job database platform called Gator Hired. So think of it as a Monster or an Indeed, but just for UHD College of Business students. Employers come and post directly on our website to recruit our students. So you would be sending your resume and applying it through Gator Hired, and being enrolled in the Davies iProgram will give you that access, as well as having access to special events only for our iProgram students, whether that be a meet and greet, or if an employer has an info session for internships, it will just be for our iProgram students, so you'll have access to those events. So how do you enroll in this program? 4 easy steps. So the first one, you must have your resume approved on VMOC. Again, VMOC is our online resume tool, and you must achieve a score of 85 or higher for it to be considered approved. You'll then take your approved resume and put that on your Gator Hired account, and that will give you access to view all of the internships that are available. Not apply just yet, because you have to complete all 4 steps. The next step is the iProgram enrollment webinar. And within the webinar, we really go in detail about different programs that we have and different resources and tools that we have that you can use. We show you how to use Gator Hired. And then the last step is completing an online interviewing course through your LinkedIn Learning account, just to get you ready to start interviewing with those employers. And all of this information can be found on our website, uhd.edu/COB career. So I mentioned a little earlier that you can gain course credit for your internships once you receive one. And for these internships, these credit hours are applied towards your degree plan. It does not replace any core classes that you have to take. The class is an upper level elective. It's also graded on a pass-fail basis. You will not receive a letter grade for this course, so it will not affect your GPA. And you can take this class up to 2 times, so twice, to gain up to 6 credit hours for your internship. So the class is a 3 credit hour course that will go towards your degree plan. So not required, but definitely a really good option if you need some electives in your degree plan and you have an internship, definitely a good option for you to take. So let's look at some resources that we have available when you're ready for your internship search. So first we have Gator Hired, and through Gator Hired, this is the side that you would see when you have your your resume approved on there. And basically you can go through and search for all of the opportunities that we have. For this example, we are going to go under position type and select internship college of business and internship field experience so we can see all of the internships that are available. Right now we have 293 postings for internships. So we can go through, select the internship that we're interested in, and then we'll see that apply button at the top so we can go through and apply for those different opportunities. So even though this position is with an organization in Philadelphia, we have a lot of postings that are virtual and remote. So definitely be on the lookout for those. That would be in the job description if it's a virtual or an in-person position. So next we have a website called Texas Internship Challenge, and this is put on by the Texas Workforce Commission and a few other Texas agencies. But basically they came together to put this website for all students who reside in Texas and want internships in the state of Texas. So you can go through and select what keywords you want to search. For this example, we're doing accounting, and you can see all the information right there. Also to note, there is a QR code to the right of your screen, so you can scan that to be directly taken to the site. So you can have that for your reference, but you can go through and search for all of the internships that the Texas Internship Challenge website has. So you see there's a lot of internships that are posted for the summer 2022. So employers are recruiting now for the summer. Next, I cannot not mention LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a really good job database on their website. So if you're not using LinkedIn, I highly suggest you create a LinkedIn account and start using it. LinkedIn is one of the tools that works for you when you're not working for yourself. So it's a platform that's 24 hours and employers can go through and search for different students and potential employees. But for this example, we're going through. We typed in tax intern for Houston. We see a lot of different postings on here that you can go to and apply for. Some of the postings will even have the representative's name on there so you can see who it's posted by, and maybe you have any contacts with them. So you can go through and really search any type of major and you'll see a lot of different opportunities that are available through LinkedIn. Last but not least, we have Idealist. And Idealist is a new website that we have been introduced to, but they have a lot of remote opportunities. So if you are interested in having an internship and you want it to be more remote, then I suggest using idealist.org. And we can go through and search for remote only, and we see all of the internships that they have available on this website. A lot of their internships are paid. So that is one really good aspect of this website as well. And you'll see just a plethora of different types of organizations, from big corporations to nonprofit organizations. Oh, I forgot. So this one's the last one, but not least. So we have another website called Way Up, and this is a good source to use if you want to look for internships with some larger corporations. So for this one, I already went through and searched just for internships in the city of Houston. So we see Walmart, Citi, RSM. We've seen RSM, if you've noticed, a couple of websites. It was on Texas Internship Challenge and LinkedIn, but you can go through, look at all the information, and again, apply directly with their website as well. So when you click through Way Up, you will see the internships and it will redirect you to their company's website to apply. So we see a lot more larger corporations. If that's something that you're interested in, I would suggest Way Up for your internship search. Okay, so I know I went through a lot of information really quickly. I do want to open up the floor to questions if we have any. Again, the QR code for the internship resources is in the middle. So everything that I went over, if just in case you missed it, you can go through, scan it, save it, that website. And I have my LinkedIn profile as well. If you have any questions that you just want to email me, my email address is there. So Brett, what questions do we have?
Yes. Well, first of all, thanks, Giselle. Great job. And one of the questions was about one of the internship resources that the student wanted the website for. So that's great. Please scan that QR code as Giselle indicated, and hopefully you'll find the resource there that you were asking about. But we do have one question so far, Giselle, and everybody, we encourage you, please ask questions. This is the time. The worst question is one that you don't ask. So the question is, Giselle, do we have to wait to be a junior to get an internship?
So no, I'm guessing you are maybe a sophomore or a freshman. You can get an internship anytime. There has been this myth that you only do internships during your senior semester, but that's not true. You can gain an internship anytime throughout your academic career within the university. There are specific internships that are geared towards freshmen and sophomores, trying to get that pipeline going with the employer. But no, you can gain an internship anytime throughout your semester. So I recommend having multiple internships because it will only make you look better and it gives you more experience, and it will just have you that much or a leg up with your competition that maybe for somebody that didn't have any internships or maybe only did one. So hope that answered your question.
And Giselle, I suspect that they're also kind of asking about the credit option. So do you want to answer that in relation to that as well?
Yeah, so for the course credit, you can only gain course credit for 2 internships. That's not saying that you can only have 2 internships, but that's the cap that the university has for you to get course credit. So let's say you ran through your 2 classes, you've already had your internships for course credit, and you gained another internship. That's great, but you just can't have course credit for it.
And also remember that there are typically prerequisites based on your major in order for you to apply for and receive credit for an internship as well. And so sometimes that might cause you to need to be a junior before you would get approval for the credit, right, Giselle?
Yes.
So that could be part of it. Oh, we have 3 questions. Okay, let's start. Oh, we have 4 now. Okay, I'm an international student enrolled in MBA Business Administration. Can I do an internship, and what is the process?
So yes, you can do an internship. There's only an extra step for international students. You have to fill out some paperwork once you receive an internship just to apply for CPT, but that's it. But once you find an internship, and we can definitely help you with that process, you can go through, get course credit as well, and gain that experience.
Okay, another question. I have a full-time job, which is not uncommon with our students. Can I still apply for an internship?
Yes, you can. So we've had students who've had a full-time job, and one of the hidden silver linings of COVID is they were able to do their internship remotely. So they were still able to do their full-time job if they had to be there in person, and then completed their internship on kind of on their own time. They had tasks that they needed to complete, but they did that remotely. So maybe depending on your situation, if remote work is better for you, we can go about it that way and start looking at different opportunities for you.
Great, thanks, Giselle. We have another question. Is one able to secure an internship abroad through the UHD College of Business? I think we're talking about study abroad that has an internship component.
Yes, so you can go about it two ways. We do have a Office of Study Abroad on campus that hosts different opportunities for students who want to study abroad. And we also have employers who post internships with us that are abroad. So there's a couple of options that you can go about. There's also a website called Going Global, and I'll put that in the chat. But that is another website for students who want different opportunities abroad as well.
Okay, let's see. We have another one. I think you did address this already, talking about the timeline for pursuing, for example, a summer 2022 internship. But we had a question about when should they apply?
To gain course credit?
It doesn't say that specifically, just to get an internship for summer 2022, when should I apply?
Okay, so just to gain credit, I'm sorry, just to apply for the internships, it really depends on the employer. Employers have rolling deadlines. So if you want a internship, it was for the summer 2022 or spring?
Summer 2022.
Summer, yeah. So now's the time to be looking for those opportunities, because those deadlines will be coming pretty fast, maybe at the end of the year or early next year. So those deadlines are coming, but they just depend on the employer.
So we have multiple questions. Let's see here. How about how would a remote work for a full-time student? How would remote work? I think they're saying a remote internship work for a full-time student that also has a full-time job.
Yeah, so a lot of employers, they either base it off on work hours. So if you're interning during the semester, such as the fall or the spring, usually those are part-time positions. So you're only working 20, maybe 30 hours a week. And those hours are basically created for you. So the employer knows that you have a school schedule, so you can go through and make your schedule that you are doing your internship. Or a lot of our internships that are posted within Gator Hired are paid internships. So we've had students who left their full-time job to pursue a paid full-time internship as well. So really all depends, but I've seen that the employer was really flexible in their hours and allowing them to work around their schedule.
So we have two more, but it looks like we might have time for just one. Sometimes internships require experience in order to be accepted. My question is, how are you supposed to gain experience for an internship when the internship is the experience you're seeking?
Great question. Mm-hmm. So usually for those types of internships, you do not want to forget about your coursework experience, because the employer just says experience. They're not specifying maybe previous internship experience. It's really seldom that they specify the type of experience, but maybe we want to focus on your classroom experience, any academic projects that you've had related to your major and your internship, highlighting that. If you're involved in any on-campus organizations, definitely highlighting that information, your previous coursework. So just because it says experience does not necessarily mean work experience.
And then there's one more if you have time, Giselle.
Yeah.
Okay. The student says, I'm an international business major with an interest on studying abroad for an entire semester. Can I still apply for virtual internships while abroad?
So if I understanding the question right, while you're interning abroad, you want to apply for virtual internships.
Well, they're saying study abroad. So I think the students compartmentalizing it. If it's truly just a study abroad experience that doesn't have an internship component, they're asking about also doing a virtual internship while they're on that study abroad.
Okay, well, I mean, it's definitely possible. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get credit for both of those. I'm not sure how that would work. We would have to figure that out, but definitely possible. You can, like I said, you can gain as many internships as you want. We've had students that had, 2 different internships in the summer. So one internship was for the first month of the summer, so like May to June-ish, and then she gained another internship from July to August. So you can have as many internships as you want as long as it goes with your schedule.
And I would also add that you might look at a study abroad that already has an internship component built into it. Ali Magoo, who runs the study abroad office for UHD, used to be a career coach in our office. So the great thing is he knows he thinks just like we do. And one of the things he did when he went over there, one of the first things he did was to start looking at study abroad opportunities that also incorporated an internship. Because I think study abroad is great. I think without an internship component, it's not as good for our students as it could be. So you might look at a study abroad that includes an internship, but if not, certainly follow Giselle's recommendation instead. So good questions. Those are all the questions we have, Giselle.
Awesome. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out with me directly. Our next session will begin at 2:30, and that's with Brett Hobby, our director, and it will be over networking with a purpose. So you can go to and scan that QR code if you're interested in that session. And then our last session will be at 3 p.m. with an alum of ours, Khadijah Brown. She is now one of the HR lead recruiters, I believe, at HP. So she will be giving some good information about what to expect when interning from employers' point of view. So we hope to see you guys in our next 2 sessions. If not, hopefully you have a great day. All of these sessions will be recorded and will be posted on our website by the end of the week.